There's a constant interplay between plotting and research. Sometimes people ask which comes first, and of course the answer is they have to go on, at least for me, concurrently. There's a certain amount of research I have to do before I can even start plotting, and then there's some research I don't even know I have to do until I'm plotting. And then there are always things I discover in the course of writing the book. When the plot's already worked out, I have to stop and research things, and I inevitably discover things in the course of researching that then change the story to some degree. There were a couple of things in Secrets of a Lady that are fairly small, but did require some rethinking on my part. One was at the very beginning, Charles and Melanie had come back from a party, and I made it in my first draft a party given by the Count and Countess Lieven, he was the Russian ambassador at that time. They were very well known. And I thought, oh, this is perfect. And then I thought, well, I should just double check and see if I can verify that they were in London in November of 1819. And I knew that he was the ambassador then, but just to make sure they weren't on a trip or something. And so I was looking through a copy of her letters that I have, and I found out that she had had a baby right before the book would have taken place. And so therefore, the odds of her throwing a large ball that soon after having a baby were fairly small. So I changed it to Prince and Princess Esterhazy. Prince Esterhazy was the Austrian ambassador, and that's what it is now in the book. The other one, which I really should have been able to figure out on my own, but I somehow didn't until I started doing research, was in my early outline of Secrets of a Lady, I had Charles and Melanie going to Vauxhall Gardens, which was an open-air gardens, and they served supper, and they had performances, sort of spectacles and music and a lot of pageantry, and they had masquerades there. And I never set a scene at Vauxhall Gardens, and I thought, oh, this would be so wonderful. It would make just be great for this part of the book. It'll be really fun to use it. It's a new part of London for me. And I went to do the research, and I realized, of course, in November, an open-air entertainment place was not open, which I should have realized. I mean, the summer Shakespeare festivals, even in California, are summer. They're not on in November. So instead, they ended up going to the Drury Lane Theatre, which actually impacted the book quite a bit, because a whole set of characters who are actors and people around the theater I then developed, and that really runs through the book a lot more. The character that Charles and Melanie are looking for became an actress, and that has quite a large impact on the story. It plays into Melanie's past more than I originally thought it would, and it really impacted the whole kind of shape of the book. Those are just a couple of small examples of how the plotting and the researching really are constantly intersecting and impacting each other, from the very initial stages of planning a book right through actually writing it and stopping to look up a detail which may not quite work and then may send the plot off in a slightly different direction. And it's really, I think for a historical writer, it's quite a fascinating process, because you're always discovering new things, and that's always giving you new ideas for your story.